Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to manipulate your data to show, instead of seeing these individual values, I just want to see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So let's see how to do that in the data or within Tableau. Tableau is a little more difficult to do this in, and it's generally what we want to do is make the data taller instead of wider. And so what we need to do is actually correct that within our data set. And our data is just in Excel, so it's actually pretty quick to do it. What we want is, instead of the fields like this, where it gives us 2 days in one field, we want 1 day per field. So what that means is I'm going to have to duplicate some rows. So let's get started. I'm going to start by finding the length of each one of these fields. So what I'm going to do, this differs on your preference, but this will be just quicker for me. I just want the length of this so that I know if it's a 1, then I'll sort this. And because I'm actually making my own adjusted sheet, I don't need this, or I can hide this so that I don't have to look at it. So this is my length. I'm going to sort by my length. So the things that have a 1, I don't really care I don't need to do anything else with. But I know that there's a space between the two things, so I see that there's a 3 space 4 makes a 3. So what I want to do is grab everything out of here. And copy it. And this seems a little tedious, but there's not a lot of fields, so I'm not really worried about it. If there were a lot of fields, I would do something programmatically to just grab the last digit. That's pretty easy. You could just say if the length equals 3, then I just want the right 1. And so we'll see something for quite a few of these. And for these, I just want the left 1. And I'm going to want that for any of those anyway, because this first one's just going to be our first field. So, and let's carry that up. This just makes it easier. Oh, well, that's already corrected. So we'll do this. Let's actually just do that. So we're pulling them anyway. So we're just going to do the same thing. If it equals 3, then I want that. But this equals, the length of this is a little bit more. So I'm going to call this actually day. So the length of this is 5. So what I'm going to want is the mid. We'll start at 3 and we just want the 1. And we'll do that all the way down. And see, that pulls us the second character. So now we actually just need to have this, and we just duplicate it as many times as we need to get the 1 row per column. It is a good idea actually to keep this the same, just so we always know in case something breaks. But I'm going to go through and just clean up this data real quick. So now you can see I actually have just the field. Sometimes I've had to copy this multiple times. Like in these cases, I actually have 5 rows. So if I looked up that code, 1384002, I have 5 fields. And see, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So let's empty my field values. So now I actually need to grab these, because remember I did the length calculation at first, and what I actually just need to do then is copy this and put that there. Now if I wanted to have the day, you remember we have that piece at the top that we hid, so what we can actually do is just a little VLOOKUP. Let's find where I have that, because hiding it now, I'm trying to find it, it's making it a little difficult. Maybe it's Dagnabbit. Oop, nope. All right, so what we can actually do is do the weekday over here, just in case anybody needs to see both of them. I am horribly always a proponent of giving too much data. So we're going to just do a simple VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP for this within this section. And I'm going to want what's in the second column. I forgot to lock my sections. So if I go back here and hit F4, it locks my view. So now I should be able to see that all the way down. That's embarrassing. I know better than that. So now let's go and just hard code that. Copy and paste it. So we know 4s are Wednesdays. So now we can just get rid of this. Just get rid of this first thing too, because I was just supposed to separate them. So now what we actually have, oh, dagnabbit, why did it do that? Copy, paste, convert to number. And I know that these values are within here, so I'm just going to look them up in this section. Since we've already deleted the other. And I know before I make that error, there. And that's right. Come on. Copy. And I don't have any other errors within this, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. Of course. So let's go and see what it looks like if we connect to that data set. So let's connect to the Excel file on my desktop. And probably is also just right here, because it kept trying to resave everything. Let's pull. And now we see the day and the weekday. So let's pull this out here. And so now if I wanted to see that map, double select that, and now if I see weekday, I can I just get the 5 days a week. So if I want to see all the suppliers who have shipped on a specific day, hold just one moment. Now I can actually, let's show the filters for supply codes. only relevant values, and let's show this ship day thing. That was like that multiple thing, the multiple field. So let's show that and make it only relative. So now if I select keep only Mondays, now I can see that these are all of the schedules for Mondays. So if I wanted to, I can select a different map where it has a different color gradient. Like maybe if I wanted to say that's the schedule. So we can layer these maps on top of each other. So when the person initially comes in, they just see the 5-day map. And then once they've selected something, then they see the other ones. So we'll save that for the next video. Thank you.